The Frogs and the Ox. It was a warm and sultry day. All the animals were keen to cool off by the waterside. Ox, in particular, was feeling very hot after a hard day's work. So off he went to his favorite pond. Once there, he splashed and wallowed and stamped. He was having a wonderful time, washing away the mud and strain of pulling a cart. Suddenly, he felt something soft and slimy beneath his hoof. He lifted it up and saw that he had squashed a young frog. The frog's brothers had witnessed the whole thing and whooped off at once to tell their mother. A monster has just trampled on our youngest brother, Mama. It is still there. What shall we do? They asked in fear. How big was this monster? Asked their mother. It was huge, much bigger than anything we have ever seen. Their mother puffed herself up to an enormous size. Was it this big? The little frogs shook their heads. Much, much bigger, they said. Was it this big? Their mother puffed herself up even more bigger than she had ever gone before. She could not imagine anything bigger. Oh, Mama, you are not even close. We told you it was a monster, not a frog. The old frog tried again. This time she puffed with all her might, determined to be as big as the monster her sons had seen. She puffed and puffed and puffed until at last she burst. The Stag and His Reflection. A stag one day was studying his reflection in the crystal clear waters of the forest lake. He looked at his antlers and then he looked at his legs. He looked at his legs and then he looked at his antlers. The stag was not satisfied at all. I have such beautiful antlers, but I have such skinny peddled legs. It, if only my legs were a little muscular. While the stag was busy studying his reflection, he did not notice that a panther was creeping up behind him. Suddenly, he heard a twig crack and knew straight away that it was being stalked. Stag sprang into a sprint and nimbly dogged his way through the forest. He was suddenly very grateful for his spindly legs. All at once, however, he found himself tangled in the branches above his head. The panther was gaining on him. The stag realized that his antlers really were much less useful than his legs. In this case, and that's very soon he was about to become the panther's supper. The wild boar and his tusks. It was a fairly pleasant Sunday afternoon in the wild forest of talking animals. Most of the creatures saw this as a time to relax. Fox was also in the mood to relax. He thought he would take off some time for his busy hunting schedule to visit his friend the wild boar. When he reached Boar's house, he saw that Boar was very busy. "What are you doing?" asked Fox. Boar was rubbing his tusks against a sturdy tree stump. "I'm preparing myself for an attack," replied Boar as he stopped to take a breath. "I don't see any danger of that," laughed Fox. "But if there is an attack, my friend, I won't have to sharpen my tusks. I must be prepared just in case." Fox could only nod and agree. The Cock and the Fox. One afternoon, Cock was taking a nap up in his roost. After a while, Fox ambled by. He just caught sight of Cock's bright red comb and thought of a cunning plan to lure him down. Fox's mouth had already started watering at the thought of some delicious cockerel pie. "I have some very exciting news," called Fox. The cock's eyes were still closed, but he recognized Fox's voice instantly. Not bothering to open his eyes, he asked him what the exciting news was. "I'm surprised you haven't already heard," began Fox. "It's really quite astounding. There was a meeting earlier today between foxes and fowl, and they have decided on a peace agreement. From now on, we shall all be friends. Not a single creature shall be our enemy. Please come down and let us embrace." Cock knew that this was a trick, so he thought of a trick of his own for Fox. "That's wonderful news, Fox," said Cock, staring off into the distance. "Look, the dogs are coming to celebrate too." Fox suddenly felt very nervous. "I have just remembered, Cock, I have some very important business to attend to." But Fox called Cow, "The dogs are your friends too." But Fox didn't wait around to hear Cock. He had already run off into the distance.